Hello there and welcome back. Tonight we will wander through a quiet realm of curiosity and discover some of nature's most extraordinary verified wonders. So settle in and let your mind drift like a gentle breeze across a twilight clearing, where the air rests softly and the last light of day paints the horizon in muted shades of blue, blending into violet, inviting us to reflect on the question, why does nature hide these peculiar scientific truths? In these hushed hours, we find ourselves lingering in a place where surprising facts unfold in delicate detail, each one revealing how the world offers much more than we ordinarily perceive. Begin by imagining a lone polar bear standing on a subtle rise against a gradient sky. This magnificent being, cloaked in white fur, holds a secret just beneath the snowy surface. For as pale as it appears, its skin is actually black, cleverly designed to capture and retain the sun's warmth during some of the most frigid conditions on Earth. Each hollow strand of fur channels sunlight inward, funneling precious energy closer to the bear's core so it can withstand the challenging polar environment. To picture how elegant and effective this adaptation is, consider how each hair operates like a tiny luminous passageway, absorbing light that will heat dark skin hidden below, a fine-tuned strategy that has evolved through time. Yet this marvel is only a single chapter in the extraordinary storybook written by the natural world. A short distance away among the dense greenery, something else inconspicuous is happening. Certain trees, once thought to be solitary giants, are known to interact with one another beneath the surface. Through intricate fungal networks in the soil, they are able to share nutrients and chemical signals, a phenomenon that has been likened to a sort of quiet conversation carried out one subtle pulse after another. In times of stress, a mature tree might transmit resources to saplings or to neighbors suffering from pests, while in other instances, an alert is dispatched through these interlaced pathways to warn others of potential danger. Think of it as a living communication grid just beneath our feet, entirely unseen, yet vital for the well-being of forest communities. Somehow this silent interplay fosters resilience, demonstrating how the sum of individual lives weaves together into a greater tapestry. As our exploration unfolds, we come across even more perplexing realities, including a host of creatures endowed with uncanny talents. Consider the improbable tardigrade, a minute organism often called a water bear, that can endure punishing extremes by slipping into a near-death-like state in which it dehydrates most of its cells and slows its metabolism to a crawl. When conditions improve, the tardigrade meticulously rehydrates itself and resumes normal life as if nothing extraordinary had happened. It's somewhat astonishing that such a humble being, barely visible to the naked eye, carries within it the tools to persist through temperature extremes, droughts and other punishing environments. Nearby, camouflaged among fallen leaves, a chameleon alters its patterns so smoothly it almost seems to vanish before your gaze, but color change is only part of its fascinating story. There are species able to rotate each of their eyes independently to scan for prey or predators, and their specialized tongues shoot out at breathtaking velocity, enabling them to snag insects that venture too close. Each of these features emerged from countless generations of natural selection, and to us they appear as small wonders that continually reshape our sense of what is possible. Turning our attention to the delicate interplay of insects and plants, we find carnivorous flora, such as pitcher plants, that lure insects with a sweetly scented nectar inside a pitfall chamber lined with smooth, slippery walls. The unsuspecting insect that investigates too deeply soon finds escape impossible, succumbing to the plant's digestive enzymes. As unsettling as that might feel, it's an ingenious solution to life in areas with nutrient-poor soil. Then on the forest floor, we can detect faint flickers of bioluminescent mushrooms, whose subtle glow in dark spaces continues to puzzle scientists, though it may serve a role in attracting small creatures that spread the mushroom spores. These faint glimmers light up the night, if only momentarily, and give yet another dimension of mystery to the places we often overlook. Wandering further into this unusual forest of facts, we pause to acknowledge the secret aspects of human biology that we so often take for granted. Our bodies perform countless remarkable tasks without requiring our conscious direction. We breathe automatically, blink thousands of times a day to keep our eyes moist and protected, and produce an entire new layer of skin roughly once a month. A single part of the mind oversees these essential routines, leaving us free to think, to dream, and to continue exploring novel ideas. Within the brain, neural pathways reorganize as we learn, forging new connections that shape how we perceive the world around us. In the quiet hours of sleep, our memories consolidate, tucking away impressions from the day, while the immune system performs a nightly sweep, scanning for potential invaders. Yet that is but one sliver of the mesmerizing reality of being alive. Some individuals report the curious experience of synesthesia, in which the senses commingle in ways the rest of us can only imagine, tasting shapes or hearing color, for instance, reminding us that perception is not as straightforward as we might believe. On a simpler level, we might marvel at fluid illusions our eyes feed us, such as the way an object can appear bent when submerged in water, or how mirages shimmer in the distance on a sweltering day, all due to the bending of light and the differences in air density. Nature's delicate physics can trick us in ways that, when studied closely, unveil micro-level intricacies that shape our day-to-day experiences. It is these small revelations that deepen our appreciation for the inexplicable richness of routine life. Among the baffling phenomena in the animal kingdom, we might consider the echolocation practiced by bats, but also by certain marine mammals. By emitting clicks or calls and listening to the returning echoes, these creatures map out their environment with surprising precision, even in darkness. Meanwhile, on land, a star-nosed mole uses its unique fleshy nasal appendage, ringed with tiny ultra-sensitive protrusions, to gather information at lightning speed, allowing it to detect the outlines of prey almost instantaneously. Such specialized sensory systems exist to solve specific environmental challenges. While each adaptation might seem alien to us, each arises from a shared foundation: the ceaseless drive to survive in a world brimming with opportunities and predators. One might also wonder about bees, which navigate and align their beehives intricately by sensing Earth's magnetic field, or the pistol shrimp that defends itself by snapping its claws so fast it momentarily generates a burst of heat and a shockwave potent enough to stun nearby prey. These bizarre capabilities, validated by scientific observation, could almost sound mythical if we didn't have the data to verify them. And still, even the humblest forms of life engage in remarkable processes. Consider slime molds, a group of single-celled organisms that operate collectively, merging into a kind of superorganism when needed to forage for food. Their behavior challenges our distinctions between the individual and the group, a reminder that life can flow in directions that defy our preconceived labels. If we shift our gaze upward, though we won't stray into cosmic realms, we can still behold remarkable phenomena within Earth's own sky. Lightning storms, for instance, occasionally produce strange fleeting glows known as sprites high above the clouds, triggered by powerful electrical discharges. They remain elusive but have been photographed enough times to confirm their reality. On the ground, giant termite mounds illustrate another kind of cooperative feat. These towering structures, some of them built with intricate ventilation systems, demonstrate how tiny insects, working collaboratively, can create enormous engineered marvels without a central blueprint. Such wonders are scattered across our planet, waiting patiently to astonish anyone who takes a moment to look carefully. Yet behind these unique adaptations and intriguing behaviors, there lies a universal truth: everything is interconnected, threads weaving through ecosystems, regulating conditions often unbeknownst to us. Frogs, for example, have evolved diverse strategies for overwintering. Wood frogs in certain climates can survive with much of their body frozen, their heartbeat nearly halted, thanks to special sugars in their cells that prevent ice crystals from destroying vital organs. When the weather warms, the frog thaws and resumes normal life, as though defying the very definition of being alive. Hummingbirds, so tiny yet so nimble, must consume more than half their weight in sugar daily to fuel their rapid wing beats, and they can enter a state akin to torpor overnight, slowing their metabolism to conserve energy. These quiet, unobtrusive cycles reveal that survival shapes every aspect, from an organism's appearance to the subtle internal processes we seldom witness. Meanwhile, some plants mimic the appearance and sense of female insects, tricking pollinators to approach, only to find themselves covered in pollen. This cunning approach not only guarantees the plant's reproduction, but also demonstrates that survival can drive species to craft illusions as intricate as the mind that contemplates them. Just as a spider quietly spins a sophisticated web, these phenomena weave themselves seamlessly into the tapestry of life, each thread significant despite its modest visibility. Our journey through this twilight realm of hidden wonder leads us to reflect on the complexities of the human body once more. Beneath our conscious awareness, countless microbes make our gut their home, forming a microbiome vital for digesting food and synthesizing nutrients. Their collective presence may even influence mood and cognition, shaping a subtle conversation between mind and body. Over the years, we have begun to recognize that our concept of self encompasses a multitude of symbiotic relationships that keep us healthy. It is intriguing to note how insects, animals, plants, and microbes alike adapt to changing conditions at multiple scales, from large migrations of butterflies to minute chemical shifts in the soil. What seems mundane holds surprising depth, and the closer we look, the more we notice patterns we might otherwise have overlooked. In this gentle hush, we also consider how geckos scamper along vertical walls, and even upside down. Their toes feature microscopic hair-like structures that utilize molecular forces to cling to surfaces that might appear completely smooth. These same forces, known as van der Waals interactions, are weak on their own, yet collectively become powerful enough to support the gecko's weight over and over again. Here in the twilight, this invisible phenomenon feels a bit like magic, though it is firmly grounded in the science of surfaces and molecular adhesion. Similarly, the famed snapping of a Venus flytrap can feel like something from a dream. The leaves snap shut around unsuspecting insects with precision once hair-like triggers in the trap are stimulated. The mechanism demands that multiple trigger hairs be touched within a specified time window, reducing the chance of accidental closure. These minute biological circuits repeat the idea that behind every striking adaptation lies a system of checks and balances honed to perfection. All around, evolution offers countless such lessons, bridging the seemingly impossible with functional design. Sweep your gaze back to the subtle glow at this forest clearing's perimeter, and the faint luminescence of mushrooms stands out once again. Some glow greenish or bluish, casting a dim halo that accentuates logs or decaying leaves. Although the precise role of bioluminescence isn't fully settled, it could act as a beacon for insects that help distribute its spores, forging a small link in the endless cycle of life. Even the soil underfoot, replete with minuscule organisms likely unknown to most, remains vital for nutrient recycling. Each element, no matter how small or overlooked, contributes to the broader equilibrium. Contemplating such intricacies might encourage us to see that the boundaries between the spectacular and the ordinary are blurrier than we once thought. Drifting deeper into the hush of night, we circle back to the notion of improbable feats perfected by living creatures. The mantis shrimp, for instance, sports some of the most complex eyes in the animal kingdom, able to detect a vast range of color frequencies, including ultraviolet. Some species can punch with such speed that it vaporizes water, creating implosive shocks strong enough to crack aquarium glass. That a creature so relatively small wields power of such force can shift how we think about scale and strength. Another creature with an unexpected talent is the humble honey badger, known for its tenacity and resourcefulness. It can endure bites from venomous snakes due to certain immunities built up in its body. These transformations reflect nature's capacity to produce solutions matched to very specific problems. As the night closes in, we reflect on how these discoveries prompt a new perspective on the natural world. Each species, each cell, each molecule has a story that, when told, enriches our collective sense of wonder. Nature does not always make these details easy to see, but with patience and care we can begin to understand the hidden influences guiding our environment. Life in all its forms strives forward, interlacing with others, each piece reinforcing the next. In that sense, we are all connected through a web that hums with energy, and each day yields new riddle for us to consider. We need only adopt that same quiet curiosity we hold in this moment, letting our attention expand to discover the subtle intricacies around us. With that awareness, We might notice how the sound of a gentle breeze through leaves can be interpreted as an ever-changing pattern of rustling that impacts animals, relying on auditory cues, or how a faint ripple on a pond's surface can tip off a predator lurking nearby, or how certain insects coordinate synchronized flashing, producing an exquisite rhythmic dance of light in suitable. Each phenomenon is a note in the symphony of existence, a single chord that resonates through time, from the crisp, frigid air of the polar realms to the humid, often overlooked corners of tropical forests, from swamps filled with amphibious oddities to meadows dotted with tiny flowers reliant on stealthy pollinators. The Earth is a puzzle box that keeps opening, revealing layer after layer of complexity. Even within a single species, subtle variations can lead to profound differences in behavior, demonstrating how closely environment and genetics can mingle. And so as we step through these marvels, we come to see that weirdness is not an anomaly, it's woven into the very fabric of existence. Ultimately, these facts, like black-skinned polar bears hidden under white fur, or trees whispering through fungal networks, remind us that our world is always a bit more wondrous than we assume. Some phenomena may challenge what we thought we knew, compelling us to revise our mental models and remain open to the possibilities that wait quietly around every corner. We need only observe carefully, question deeply, and remain receptive to the messages communicated in hushed tones by the living world. And in turning our gaze inward, we glimpse how our own bodies perpetually adapt, always searching for homeostasis, always balancing the dynamic interplay of countless variables, all to keep our hearts beating and our lungs filling with air. Thus we share in the dance of survival, guided by the hidden truths that unify living things. As we conclude this calm and reflective journey through nature's strangest verified facts, let us lie back and breathe softly, letting these discoveries settle into our thoughts. In the quiet times, we can hold on to the awareness that behind every leaf, every stone, every strand of fur or odd biological mechanism, there may be a secret waiting to be uncovered, a reminder that the world grows ever more captivating the more we see. These reveries stay with us, suggesting that the wild possibilities we imagine might actually be happening right here on the same planet we walk across every day. So now let us slowly exhale any lingering tension and allow our eyes to grow heavy, for there is something soothing in the knowledge that life, in its many forms, continues to unfold in complexity around, as it always has. Thank you for joining me on this gentle exploration of puzzling truths, a soft beacon of wonder in the deep of night. May the hush of these reflections guide you toward the serenity of slumber and a renewed sense of awe for the simple fact that we are part of a living tapestry filled with unlikely marvels. Now let us drift away on the currents of silence, content in the knowledge that reality can be far stranger than it first appears. Rest well, and good night.